Hello and welcome back for our second demo on the App Lab and code.org. Today I'm going to just introduce you to how to start coding once you have your app designed. So I'm going back to the same app from demo 1 where I have a button, I have a label, I have an image, and those will be enough to kind of get us going. So when I'm ready to start to code, I'm going to click back over to the code window. So I can do that at the top here with these tabs. So I'm going to click back to the code window. And there are lots of different code that I can use. So some of the code you'll see you can use for debugging is a console.log. And if I pull the console.log out and I just put hello there, and I were to run my program, you would see at the bottom the words hello there show up. So that's only really going to be used for you to help debug as you're working through, and you'll learn about that later. The main thing we want to focus on is how do we change the way our app looks. So if I look through the UI controls, because that's where most of the changing occurs, I can find a little block of code that says set property. So let's go ahead and drag that one out. And I might want to set, say, the property of screen 1. We'll change its background color. And instead of red, let's use green. So after I set the property to green, if I go ahead and hit reset over here and then I rerun it, you'll notice that when I click the run button, the background of my screen automatically changed to green. So I could do more set properties like that. I could say maybe I'm going to set property of my label. Let's say I want to set the text color to red. So again, when I run it, you can see that that label that I had created goes to red. Most of the programming you're going to do is something called event-driven programming. And that is basically that code will not execute until the user performs some sort of event. For example, a button click. So in order to do event-driven programming, we're going to be using all the time this block of code that says on event. And when I drag that out, you'll see that it is kind of a sideways U shape. And this is basically saying when something has been clicked or whatever. So let's have this trigger on when the user clicks the button. So the name of my button was start button. And we're going to leave this as click, saying when the user clicks start button. If you go here, you can see there's a bunch of other ones. You can do mouse down, mouse up, key up, key down. You can go ahead and experiment with the mouse down, mouse up ones, just to see what they might do. But we're going to keep it with click for right now. And we're going to say that when we click the start button, we want to say set the property of, let's go ahead and set the property of the start button. This out of the way. And let's switch the background color. Again, I guess we could do something other than background color to blue. Oh, it's already blue. To, how about yellow? And we can look at what else can we do with this. Let's set the property of label 1. And let's go by changing, let's change the font family to something different, comic. So I don't have to just change colors, you can change any property about it. And another thing, while we're here, let's also mess around with setting, changing the picture inside. And in order to do that, I would set image URL. And the image that I want to change is the cat one. Now let's change image 2. And if I go here to this click down, I can click choose, and I have a dog saved there. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. So now when I run it, so it's reset right now. When I first click the run button, it's going to go ahead and execute all this code at the top. Hello, the hello there, the background color, the text color. So notice that it changed the text to red, the background to green. All the code inside this on event won't happen until I click the button. So now when I click this start button, you can see that it changed to yellow. My text changed, the font type changed there, and now you're seeing my dog picture next to my cat picture. So that's some basics about programming. The two major things that to kind of see here is that code that you don't put in an on event will just execute right when you hit the run button. Other code that's in the on event won't happen until the user actually performs that event.